Jules here from Joolsedesigns at Creations. So today what we're working on is I'm going to do sort of like a couple, is a series of book page pockets, envelopes, side tucks, tags. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some envelopes. Now I've already coffee dyed, that's it, coffee dyed, that's it, got aged mahogany on. You can see my hands kind of got a little bit as well, and it's to go with this kit that I'm working on at the moment, and so I want to make some, I want to make some envelopes. I've also got some large dictionary pages that I've just coffee dyed. I haven't put any any of the aged mahogany on them at all. I just wanted to see what they were like. These are just coffee dyed. I think they've got like a little bit of staining from when I was drying the pages out. So, and I'm going to be putting lace on them. I am going to sew them, however I will go over with you for those of you that don't like sewing or don't have a sewing machine. I know not everybody likes sewing on paper. I love it. I've just had to get a new sewing machine, so I'd better love it. So this page, this book is just over 9.5 by 6 inches, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold these in. Right, that's maybe a bit too much. Come on, Julie, get it right. I don't want them. Yeah, I think that's about it. My folding's terrible. Oops. And then we'll fold. So I'm folding it in probably, what's that? About 1/2 inch, roughly. If I can feel it under the pads of my fingers. And we'll do it this way. And I'm going to fold this one in as well. And the only reason I'm doing this is it just gives it that little bit more stability when you're making an envelope, because obviously you've got an envelope in your journal, you're popping stuff in and out of it. The last thing you want it to do is rip. And then I'm not going to fold it right down at that. I'm just going to leave it a little bit and then fold it down like that. So there's probably 1/2 inch there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away some of the bulk. By cutting the corners out. And taking a slither away from that one and a slither away from that one, as you can see there. Yeah, and that's, yeah, and a slither away from this one. So all I do is I just fold it down and just from the crease, and it just stops. We'll move those over there. Right, and now I'm just using this Asda sticky glue. It's not the greatest, and the only reason I'm using this is because I am going to stitch it. If I wasn't going to stitch it, I would actually use a stronger glue. Put that one in first. As you can see, it's not the greatest of glues. I keep saying I'm never going to buy it again, but then I'm in Asda's shopping and it just somehow gets in me trolley. See there, it's not stuck there. As I said, I'm going to stitch this. Well, I'm not going to stitch that edge there, but I will be stitching these edges. Now you can see that I've not folded that in very good, and I told you my folding was terrible. It's atrocious. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim that off because I'm going to stitch it. I'm just taking a little bit off. And I'm going to give myself nice round corner flaps. And if I put the lid on the glue, maybe it would stick better. And then I am going to use that glitter glue. Oops, that's a bit too much. A straight line up there. Oh, went under. And there we are. And I'm not going to stitch it just yet. I'll stitch it off camera and then you'll see the results. But what I want to do is I've got some stamps. Now you know me, I love my stamps, and I come across some of these I've had for years. So I've got some memory stamps here. So we do not remember days, we remember moments. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for something just to go here. I've also got these. I'm not sure where I got these from. I think I bought them from a second-hand shop. Because I don't remember, because I don't do Halloween, so I wouldn't buy in. There's Valentine's, Halloween, Christmas. And so I wouldn't have bought it for that, but I bought it for these. So sometimes fate and your dreams can collide. So I quite like that. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Art is a shadow of what a person is thinking. I quite like that. And the journey is the destination. That's the one I like. So I'll get me, you can see I've used this one more than anything. That and live the life you've imagined. And I've also got these. Now I think these came free in a magazine, and it's the pumpkin one I like. And because I'm doing my autumn journal, and it's got all the nice autumn leaves and that one. I'll put it that way so you can see it. And I was thinking of just doing something on the flap. Now when I launched the kit, I said the colours that go with this kit that I've found is Victorian velvet and tea dye and tattered rose as well. But I think, no, this is the Victorian velvet, and I think this is going to be just a little bit, yeah, a little bit not dark enough. So what I'm going for is I'm going for aged mahogany, and these are the colours I'm going to use to stamp. And I quite like that. There we are. And I quite like this. We've got a little bit of tartan here. Now, me being in Scotland, I'm not Scottish, I'm actually from the north of England, but I've lived in Scotland since I was in my 20s. So you can kind of call me slightly Scottish. But what I am going to do is I am going to do this in the Victorian velvet. Now I don't think I've used these tartan stamps, so I'm just right. I'm going to end up stamping on my desk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it, you know, sometimes we have labels that go over the edge. Well, my stamp's going to go over the edge. I don't know whether I like it. Actually, that Victorian velvet's actually as dark as that. I quite like that. So we'll put that one there. Put them there out of the way. And what we will do is we will do another one. Now, what I'll do is I'll do a coffee dyed one. And right, I keep doing this, don't I? I want the writing up the right way. I am going to fold it in at the sides. I'm just folding that one down first. I'm just folding it down about 1/2 inch. Again, I told you my folding is atrocious. And again, so what we're going to put on this one, now we've got that, I'm just wondering if I should put tartan all along. Right, so I'm going to use my lines and I'm going to put the tartan along the lines. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use tea dye. And I'm going to do it in tea dye because then if I don't like it, you can't really see it. Now that's quite nice. And then I think maybe, will we have the pumpkin or will we have autumn blessings? So I think we'll have autumn blessings, and again I'll do it in the aged mahogany because it is darker. because these stamps have never been used before. There, oh, that looks nice. See, I like those two colours together. And what I want to do is, I want to have, not in the aged mahogany, but in the Victorian velvet, just so it goes into the background, as we've got some of these like nice leafy stamps. Let me have a look at it first. Yes, see, that's pale. Well, I think they're berry stamps. And you can't really see them. Well, I don't think you'll be able to see them on the camera, but I can see them. There we are. I think we'll have another. Here. So I don't know whether you can see it. I can definitely see it, but I just wanted it faded in the background. I quite like that. And so if you've got stamps, I mean, I would have normally used that for card making. Wouldn't have even thought about it for journal making, but I quite like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go back with my tea dye and I'm going to try and match it up. Now, I'm not the greatest at matching stamps, and you might get a headshot. There we are. So it's a bit pinky. And I've got a nice maple leaf here. And again, I'm going to do this in the Victorian velvet because I don't want it to overtake. I just want it in the background. And I'm just stamping the very edge of the stamp. There we are. So I think you can see that. So I quite like that. And then with some lace on it, I think these will look quite nice. So I'm just gonna give me 2 seconds to put my stamp. So what I will do is I will stitch round that. I'll also stitch that, but I'll do that off camera. So what I want to do is I want to put some lace. Now I've got cream lace here. I don't know whether I got this online or at the, we've got a shop near us called Rejects, and years ago it used to be reject pottery and stuff like that was quite cheap. Now it's not so cheap. Sells a lot of material and stuff like that. Can be a little bit extortionate actually. I've also got this. No. Right, sorry about that. We've got some more stuff. Okay. So, what about this one? Now this one I did get online. See, it's kind of washed out on that. And this is that plastic ribbon for nope. Back to this. What about this one? I've got some Hessian, maybe quite like that, and that would make another pocket. Right, okay. And then got some cheesecloth. Right. I'm going to have this. So what I'm going to do is I will use Fabri-Tac. Again, this will get stitched in. So what I'm doing is I'm making a pocket here. And let me see what this is like. When you make big bows, it's all right, but I'm just trying to see what it's like making smaller bows. And with a bit of cheesecloth. Take the cheesecloth away. Right, I'm going to stick this on. So I used to do wedding stationery and wedding fairs, so we used to use a lot of this. But it needs to be a bit smaller than that. Actually looks like a butterfly now. I wonder if I can tie that round it as well. And then it's like a shabby chic autumn. No, 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 no. Let me have a look at this. I'll see if I can colour it a bit. Yep. I'm using aged mahogany. That's better. Okay, so we have that, and about some copper. Yes, we'll put some of that on. Just make sure that that's not sticking down. There we are. So we'll put that to one side to dry, and then we'll do this one. So I'm not going to do the same. I think we'll definitely do cream, because I quite like the cream, and I'm not going to do a pocket. I'm going to do a band. Right, let me have a look at that. There. And again, the edges will get stitched down. And we have this. No, it needs to be something darker, I think. And I don't think that's dark enough. Have a look at this. Got some. I think you get these at the range, but usually I sometimes go to the warehouses in Glasgow. When my mum comes up, my mum likes going to the warehouses to get bits and pieces. So when you go to the warehouses, I usually pick up, and I can probably get them just the same price anywhere else, but got some brown. I think this I picked up. And when I used to go to the warehouses, I used to go to the flower warehouses for stuff for wedding stationery, so that's why. Oh no, I like that. Brown's not a colour I use, but I do like that. No, the gold, that's not doing it for me. No, try this one. This has got a bit of gold in it. Nope. Nope. If we put a bit of this. No. Put this, but this is, well, it might be alright. It's a bit iridescent. No, I'm just going to leave it with the brown. Local haberdashery shop, the one that I said called Rejects. It does a lot of material for dance costumes and stuff like that, so you get lots of it and get big reels of it. Not that I would buy a big reel of it, but that needs to be stuck down. I've also got some of these which I forgot about. And I will do a quick video on how I do these. So that's, oh, now I've stuck that, see. So we've got that. So that's our 2 envelopes. I'm quite pleased with them. And I think they'll go with the theme of it quite nicely. Let's have a look. Yes, definitely. Now I've got a desk full of my journal. Isn't going to be that tall. However, I don't know how tall my journal is going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in. I'm going to leave it at that so I can trim it down when I put it in my journal. And I'm just folding these over. And again on my page like that, so I have a pocket there and I have a tuck there. But what I want to do is I want to find the middle, probably because there was 4 sheets of paper, and then what I do is with that tea dye. Now the writing's on that way, so that will go in the journal that way. And do I want some pumpkins on it? why not? Why not? I think I'll go with the espresso truffle. It's like a brownie black. Just go with the 2. And we've got the gel, you can see it. And we'll put it there as well. Do I want anything else? I'm not going to use that, but what I might do is use the peanut brittle. I'm not really doing anything there because whatever goes in there will take that away from that. I'm quite pleased with that. So, and I might put a bit of lace on that at a later time, but I think we'll leave it at that. So we've got our pockets, and we've got our side tuck. So I'm quite pleased with these. I'm just wondering if I should. No, I quite just like that, the autumn blessings. I might put a little gem in there, a little gem in there. No, in fact, what I'm going to do is with tea-dyed, nope, edge mahogany, and we'll do it right over that stamp there. There we are. Yeah, quite like that. And is that one missing a bit? We'll put some on the tartan. There we are. Right, now we can say it's done. So as I say, these can get trimmed off. It doesn't matter if it's half across a pumpkin, that's fine. But I just left it that length because I don't know how tall my journal's going to be. And it's one way of using up your book pages, using up bits of lace, ribbon. I'm just making sure that that's not sticking. So we've got 2 pockets there. We've got a lace pocket and a paper pocket. And I will see you in the next video because we will be doing thin pockets and tags with tag tucks. See you in the next video. Bye.